Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on changing fractions to decimals. In this video we will see how to change fractions to decimals. We look at simple examples first. In later videos we will show how to change harder fractions to decimals. In this lesson the following rules apply. Change the given fraction to an equivalent fraction where the denominator is 10 or 100 or 1,000, etc. Then do the conversion. What that means is then change it to a decimal. I'll show you how to do that. Examples. Change each of the following fractions to decimals. The first one is 3 over 5. Now it said that we could have one of these denominators here to start with. Well, we can see that if we multiply 2 times 5, that will give us a denominator of 10. So we multiply 2 times 3. So we multiply top and bottom by 2. 3 2s are 6, 5 2s are 10, so we have 6 on 10. Now, when the denominator is 10, what you do, the decimal point is here, you move it one place to the left. Because you're dividing by 10, the decimal point is here and it's invisible. Move it one place to the left. So it was here, move it one place to the left, there it is, and you always put a 0 in front. It's much neater to do that. So the answer is 0.6. 9 over 20, how do we make that to 100? Multiply it by 5. Multiply the numerator by 5 also. 5 9s are 45, 5 times 20 is 100. When you divide by 100, you move the decimal point 2 places to the left. The decimal point is here, 1, 2. So we move the decimal point 1, 2, and that's why it's there. So it's 0.45. Always have the 0 in front. It makes it look a lot neater. 1 over 4. Now, how do we get 10 or 100 or 1,000? Well, it's quite easy to get 100 underneath here because you multiply 4 by 25. See, that gives you the 100. So you have to multiply the 1 by 25. That gives you 25 over 100. Because you're dividing by 100, move the decimal point 1, 2. 2 places to the left. So it's 0.25. This one's a little bit tricky, 1 on 8. 1 over 8. Now, how do we get a denominator of 10, 100 or 1,000? Well, we can't multiply this by a whole number to get 100. So how about we multiply it by 125? Let's see what happens. Multiply the top by 125 and the bottom by 125. That gives us 125 over 1,000. Perfect. So now we're dividing by 1,000. So we move the decimal point 1, 2, 3 places to the left, 0.125. Now you can also do the same rule with mixed fractions. All you do, you just work on the fraction part. The 1 stays there, so just leave that, and just work on the 4 on 5. 4 on 5, we multiply by 2 over 2. That's 1 plus 8 over 10, and that's 1.8. So it's very straightforward. The 1 just stays the same. 1 3/4, there's your 1. Multiply top and bottom by 25. That'll give us 1 plus 75 over 100, which is 1.75. Quite straightforward, and you can easily go through the video again if you're not sure, but you can see how the process is very, very straightforward. So this video has given us a number of examples to show us how to change a fraction to a decimal. And the very important thing we need to do for these examples is to try and get the denominator to be 10, 100 or 1,000. And then I showed you what to do with the decimal point after that.